Trial Tuesday once again, and today's topic is an interesting one. A new communication program called Confide is out. It allows people to have confidential, off-the-record conversations via their smartphone or device. Attorney David Aylor, a guy who will, if asked, shout legal advice from the top of a mountain, joins us now on how Confide works. Counselor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me all about this, because you're telling me that I can download this thing on my smartphone and basically be protected. This data, these conversations, these emails, whatever you want, will finally be deleted and not resurface.
Correct, because they are encrypted. Obviously, everyone's familiar with people going online and using things like Snapchat and different things like that, not being able to take screenshots, but actually you are able to take the screenshot. And believe it or not, programs like that often are still able to be retrieved. Also, as I've seen in so many different types of cases, whether it be civil, criminal, and of course domestic, when people think that their Facebook post or their text message or their picture message or email has been deleted, it actually has not been deleted.
Those electronic communications can come back and hurt you, be used as evidence in some cases.
Absolutely, and they do often, and people don't realize that. They think, well, I've deleted it, it's gone. It's not gone. So what this program has come up with is called Confide, and it's something that you're starting to see a lot within the business world and the legal field, people using it simply because the way that it's encrypted and the way that the messages come across, you can't take a screenshot of it, and the emails and everything are actually encrypted to the point that, you know, after they're received, you know that the person received it, and then the message is actually deleted. So it's not 100% foolproof. Nothing is. But it's pretty close.
All right, let's talk about who would benefit from a service like this.
Well, obviously, you have two sides of it. You have personal things that unfortunately often get into you know, other people's hands that you don't want them to. So if it's personal messages related to your family or maybe your finances, for instance, hey, you send your significant other a credit card number. Well, you don't want that floating around. Someone else gets the phone, sees it, whatever it is. Things like that are going to quickly go away. And then on the professional side, for someone like myself, if you have legal information that's going across the lines, maybe to a client or another attorney, but it's really anybody that you can think of that would have information, not so much that they're hiding it per se, as they are protecting it.
Well, I know that Snapchat was the original, you know, one of these that would self-destruct that picture message. It was about 5 to 10 seconds. How does this one, does it delete itself? Does it give you a time limit on that?
Well, actually what happens is the message or whatever it is, you have to actually swipe across to actually be able to see it.
Okay.
And then after, you know, you view it, then it's going to cut it off and it's encrypted. So you can't actually do what's with Snapchat, you know, you can take a screenshot and the other person will be aware of that. This is a different situation where you're not able to do that.
Let's talk about the legality of this. Obviously, it's a great new technology, but say somebody does somehow, you know, request one of these records. Does it go to a hard drive somewhere that the company then can be subpoenaed and bring that information forth?
You know, obviously their policy is that, you know, they can't 100% guarantee that the message is gone, but it is encrypted, and, you know, allegedly is the way that it works is once it's deleted and it's encrypted, it's gone. They're not going to be able to retrieve it, whether that be a subpoena from an attorney, the government, whoever it may be. So it really does add at least a very extra layer of protection for a person.
There's also another issue is that a lot of people trusted Snapchat with deleting those personal messages, and it turned out that it wasn't a fail-safe program. There was a way to get around it by taking those messages. Then Snapchat itself gets hacked. So do you think that people should be using this and relying on it 100%?
Well, you can't rely on anything 100%. It's no different than if you and I are talking and one of us is recording a conversation and the other doesn't know it. So to some degree, you still have to know that you're putting a risk out here. But I would definitely say that this version in this program, as there may be other ones that come along as well, is much more secure than things like Snapchat and then, of course, just deleting it yourself.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a very interesting program. Other uses for it, you think? Obviously, an attorney would use it. Medical field, definitely with those medical records or banking records, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, financial, your accountant needs an account number. Things like that float around. You lose your phone. Somebody all of a sudden pulls into your messages. There's your bank information. You know, maybe something they didn't even realize was going to be there is there, and then they can go after it.
Well, it sounds like a great thing, and I'm sure you can Google it, download it, or talk to this man. He'll probably get it for you as well. Attorney David Aylor, thank you for your time, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Do appreciate it as always, and much more after the break on Low Country Live, including another live performance. Make sure you stay with us.